James Gunn's DCU is already 3 years in, and something they need to do is establish the Justice League. And in this video, I will be giving you who I think should be on that original Justice League lineup and who I think they should be played by. First up, we have Superman. David Cornsweet is doing phenomenal playing the character. He was amazing in Superman, he was amazing in Supergirl. I could not see anyone else playing this Superman. He is literally Superman himself. And he is what it looks like to be the face of the DCU, so he kind of has to be on the team. Superman is the face of superheroes in general, and the most iconic superhero, so he definitely has to be on this team. Next, we have Batman. Batman is the most popular superhero in comics, and he needs to be on this team. While there are a lot of fan casts like Brendan Sklenar, which I don't think is a bad pick, my personal pick is Tom Brittney. He looks a lot like David Cornsweet, which is good because Batman and Superman are supposed to look alike. He is, I think, an inch shorter than David, and someone already asked James Gunn about this fan cast, saying Bruce says hello, and he replied with, "This guy is a phenomenal actor." So James Gunn is definitely aware of him for Batman, and there have been a lot of rumors circulating after I had this fan cast that he will be DCU Batman. So I'm definitely curious to see. I think he could do a great job. He looks just like Arkham Batman, and he looks very similar to Batman in a lot of comics, which is just so weird. I think he'd be perfect for the role. Let me know who you'd have as Batman down in the comments. Next up, we have Jon Stewart. I really like Aaron Pierre in the role so far from what we've seen in the Lanterns trailers. I just need him to have a great suit and we're set. I have not seen Lanterns yet, but I really hope we like this character, and since Hal Jordan is so old, it seems like he will be the main Green Lantern of the DCU. He is a no-brainer for this team. We need a Green Lantern, and it has to be him. He is moving from TV shows to movies since he is already confirmed to be returning in Man of Tomorrow, so I think he should definitely be on this team. Next up is Wonder Woman, the third piece of the DCU Trinity, and I have two options for her. First of all, Adria Ahorna, who has already been cast in Man of Tomorrow in an undisclosed role. I think she could do a great job playing the character. James Gunn even said she'd make a phenomenal Wonder Woman, and even Jason Momoa sort of played coy about whether she's Wonder Woman in an interview for the Supergirl movie, and if you don't know, she is dating Jason Momoa, so that could be a great dynamic to see on screen. My second option is Eva de Dominenzi, who's already confirmed she did have talks with DC for a role in Man of Tomorrow, possibly the same one Adria auditioned for, and she just looks like the spitting image of DC AMU Wonder Woman. It is actually creepy, the resemblance. Both of my picks for Wonder Woman are 5'7", but if you didn't know, in the Masters of the Universe movie, Teela and He-Man have, I think, a whole foot gap in height, yet they look very similar, so they could easily do that with Wonder Woman to look similar in height to people like Superman and Batman. Any one of these actresses for the role of Wonder Woman would do great. If I had to choose one, my personal favorite, I would go with Adria. I think she'd knock it out of the park. She's a phenomenal actress, especially if you've seen Andor. Let me know who you choose for Wonder Woman down in the comments. Next up, we have The Flash. He is one of the most iconic DC heroes, and ever since his movie bombed, which I actually love the Flash movie, I need Phil Lord and Chris Miller to give him a movie in the DCU. I really want DCU Flash to be Barry Allen. I know we've heard some people want Wally West, but I really want Barry Allen to finally be done justice on the big screen. And Phil Lord and Chris Miller have said that they want to do a Flash movie, so just let them. As for the casting, I have two options. First of all, Lucas Till. He looks just like the role. He's probably the most popular fan cast, and I know a lot of people use this to discount the fan cast being possible to happen, but David Cornsweet was the choice for Superman, and he actually got the role. So Lucas could very well be the Flash. Another option, which isn't really a fan cast, is people want Grant Gustin to return in the DCU as Barry. I could easily see Grant's Flash in the DCU being blonde to differentiate himself from the CW version, but I do think that would be too much confusion for general audiences. And my second actual fan cast for the Flash is Stephen Kalen. He looks like Barry. I think he could do a great job. I'm just not too sure if he'd be able to act nerdy enough for Barry, but we'll have to see. Another character I really want on this team is Supergirl. She's just had her movie. I thought it was fine, but I really loved the character in Millie Alcock's portrayal, and I'd love to see her in a Justice League movie, especially considering that she's one of the four pillars of the DCU. She's going to be in Man of Tomorrow. I really want to see her in the DCU Justice League team as a founding member. Although we have two different Kryptonians here already, I think that their different fighting styles and their large difference in characters will give a good dynamic and not just make it feel repetitive. And now, for my last fan cast of the day, I really want Zatanna to be a part of the founding Justice League team. I think we need someone to represent the magic side of the DCU, and Zatanna could do that perfectly. Now, I only have one choice for Zatanna. She's around the right age and a phenomenal actress. I think Ella Purnell, Lucy from Fallout, would do great as this character. I know this is probably a hot take because I've seen a lot of people really dislike this choice, but after watching Fallout, I cannot unsee it. I think she'd do great. I really want the DCU to go with that older Zatanna. A lot of non-comic book readers think she's around the same age as Nightwing, which just isn't true. She should be around the same age as Batman. I honestly really want that in the DCU, and I really want them to do Zatanna justice. So that leaves the Justice League roster being Batman, played by Tom Brittney, Superman, played by David Cornswet, Jon Stewart, played by Aaron Pierre, Zatanna, played by Ella Purnell, Wonder Woman, played by Adria Horna or Eva De Dominancy, Supergirl, played by Millie Alcock, and The Flash, played by Grant Gustin, Stephen Kewin, or Lucas Till, which is my personal favorite choice. Let me know who you want on the Justice League team in the DCU and who you cast for these roles, and let me know what you think about my fan casting down in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching.